Raise your hand if you've eaten fried potato chips in the last couple of weeks. Come on, be honest. Keep your hand up if you're a man. Sorry to say, you're probably not going to like what I have to say. We are often told of the health hazards of eating fried potato products because of the fats and the salts that they contain. I, however, am interested in chips because they contain a chemical called acrylamide. Acrylamide gives that lovely, delicious brown flavour onto chips and breads that we all enjoy. However, acrylamide, when consumed at the levels found in our food for the length of time that we consume them, can be hazardous to our reproductive health. Acrylamide does this because it is converted by one very special enzyme to the product known as glucosamide. Glucosamide is able to directly attach to your DNA. Once it's attached, it has to be removed, causing a break in the DNA, or it can stay attached and go on to have other problems in your DNA and the making of your proteins. We know that when we give male mice a human equivalent dose of acrylamide in their drinking water over a long period in their life, they have an increased level of DNA damage in their sperm. This is really concerning because these male mice, even with this exposure and level of damage, are still able to go on and father pups. But what is the consequence of this DNA damage on those pups? That's where my research comes in. During my PhD, I have found that in the sons of acrylamide-exposed fathers, they have an increased level of DNA damage in their sperm. And this is with or without any further acrylamide exposure. I've also found that there is an increased level of that enzyme I mentioned earlier in the testes of these sons. And I'm currently investigating what influence this enzyme can have on that DNA damage. I also was really interested in what the lasting effects of paternal acrylamide exposure were. So I'm currently looking at the consequences on the grandsons of those originally exposed mice. I hope that this has shown you that my research is helping to further our understanding of acrylamide and its enzyme so that we might be able to develop some preventative or treatment strategies to help combat the proliferative nature of DNA damage in our society that could be contributing to the level of increasing disease in our populations. I also hope that maybe this weekend, when you reach for that delicious plate of hot chips, you might think, what are these doing to you, your children, and their children after them? Thank you.